Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Magic Mondays. We are approaching episode 50. I can't believe it. But we're not there yet. And today we are looking at a deck that I have called Eat, Pray, Love with Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. Golos gets used a lot in my decks because he is 5 color. When he comes into the battlefield, search your library for a land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. And for 1 of each color and 2 generic, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana costs. Whatever, it's fine. It's nice, but not critical. 31 creatures, 28 non-creatures, a really nice spread with predominantly green, very little red, but overall, pretty nice balance here. As I said, 31 creatures, and 15 of them are Praetors. So, it is a Praetor tribal deck. Because when I started this series, I talked a little bit about my love for weird tribal decks. And I thought, why not? We also have 9 shapeshifters here that fit in very nicely. Only 1 instant, 4 sorceries, 15 artifacts, 11 enchantments, and 40 lands. So, as you can expect, we've got pretty much every Praetor in this deck. Let's start at the end here. We've got Djinn. We've got another Djinn. We've got Vorinclex. We got another Vorinclex. We got another Vorinclex. We've got, what do we got? Sheoldred. He's right there. And over here we've got Sheoldred. And over here we've got Sheoldred. We've got Elesh Norn. Y'all know who Elesh Norn is. We got Elesh Norn. We got Elesh Norn. So you could see the idea is just get out a whole bunch of Praetors because they're cool. I mean, why not, right? So what else do we have in this deck? As you could expect, well, as I showed you, we have some shapeshifters like the Changeling Outcast, the Masked Vandal is a shapeshifter, the Metallic Mimic is a shapeshifter who adds 1/1 counters, which is nice. Imposter of the 6th Pride, shapeshifter right there. Rally the ranks, choose Praetor, they all get 1/1. Why not? What else do we've got? We've got Frogify, because it's fun. We've got Bard class, which is cool because legendary creatures enter the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on them. Or if you get red-green, get this up to level 2, it reduces the cost to play those cards. And that's really the ticket. The last one, whatever, I don't care about that one at all. Mana Rock. Of course, we've got some other Mana Rocks here. I'm not going to go through them all. You guys all know what Mana Rocks are at this point. We've got Borrowed Time and Banishing Light. It's the same card. Midnight Clock, because it's cool. Mistwalker, because it's a shapeshifter. Gix. We've got Gix. Good draw power, Gix. Another shapeshifter. Dryad lets us play an additional land, and they're every color land, so that really helps with a 5-color deck. Prismatic Bridge, because why not? Another shapeshifter with Realm Walker. Settle the Wilds to get another land into play and to seek a permanent card, which is cool. But really, so I showed you, there's all these different guys, right? We've got all these shapeshifters, and we've got all these Praetors, but we've got some other things, like Rusko, because he adds another Midnight Clock, which is nice. Crippling Fear, you choose Praetor, and everything that's not that gets minus 3/3 until end of turn, which is effectively a board wipe a lot of times. Kindred Discovery, choose Praetor whenever a Praetor enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card, which is really nice. Urabrask has haste and does stuff. We have this other Urabrask who has haste and gives doesn't have haste, but he gives all creatures you control haste, including himself, and then creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, which is really nice. There's a couple of key cards I'm just going to show you, and then we're going to get to the actual games here. Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. 2 tap. Target opponent mills 3 cards, put a land card from their graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. 10 tap, sacrifice Realmbreaker, search your library for any number of Praetor cards, put them onto the battlefield, and shuffle. Amazing. When you can search your deck for 20 Praetors and dump them all on the board at once, it's game over. Especially because they all have haste with Urabrask. So that's one key card in this deck. Another key card in this deck, Mirai's Wake. Creatures you control get +1. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produced. This is really nice for Golos because we can essentially do his ability twice for the same amount of lands. Nyxbloom Ancient. Same idea, but if you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much instead. Just trigger Golos a lot. Chromatic Ori. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color and has some draw power, which is really nice. And 2 more cards. Haunting Voyage. Choose a creature type. Return up to 2 creature cards of that type from your battlefield, from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it was foretold, return all creature cards of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield instead. This is really nice if you get a couple of Praetors out and somebody board wipes. You can cast this and bring them all back at once. And finally, Verdant Rejuvenation. I love this card. It's so stupid. 8 mana. Seek X creature, enchantment, and or planeswalker cards where X is the highest mana value among creatures you control. Put them onto the battlefield. In other words, if I have this Vornaclex out and I cast Verdant Rejuvenation, because this has a 6 mana cost, my deck will automatically search for 6 creature, enchantment, or planeswalker cards. There's no planeswalkers. So 6 creatures and enchantments total randomly and just dump them onto the board. If I have this Vornaclex out instead, it'll pick 8 of them. This one, it'll pick 10 of them. This card is just as much of a game ender in a lot of cases as the Realm Breaker Invasion tree. This tree. So there's lots of different ways to get lots of Praetors out all at once, and it's fun. Lands, we've got 2 plains, 5 islands, 5 swamps, 1 mountain, 8 forests, a whole bunch of multicolored lands, a whole bunch of triomes, the World Tree, which is what you are probably always going to search for with Golos the first time he comes into play, unless you already have it in play. And then Secluded Courtyard, which can add 1 mana of any color, only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. So obviously you choose Praetor, or otherwise it just adds colorless. But it's just really nice art. I really love that art. And that's the deck. So it's really fun. It's really stupid. This is in here in case there's a board wipe. I can protect all my stuff. So anyway, it's really fun. It's really stupid. It's really time to get to some games. But before we do, if you enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like or a comment or a subscription or all of those things. That's my favorite, when somebody does all those things. You can color in the little thumbs up and say, hey, I really liked this video. And then you subscribe to the channel. It's just this trifecta of delight. And I really, truly love it and appreciate it. And as always, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun building this deck because I like stupid tribal decks in Magic. So I did. I hope you guys enjoy watching it, and we'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.